Hello everybody and welcome back to the Everbox with me, Maze.
Me, Hopper.
Today we're bringing an episode of It Takes Two, the show where we play the mostly bad multiplayer games on Steam, and we will give you our opinions and show you some extended gameplay from them. Today we are here with Aerena Clash of Champions, a hex-based arena combat game with a unique etherpunk setting, according to the Steam page. This isn't a game on early access, so a lot of the features aren't implemented yet. There's no shop.
Which is a shame.
There's no loadout system or anything like that, and there is actually even no matchmaker in the game either, so you just have to click on the play now button at the same time and hope for the best. So Hopper, on the count of 3, let's get into a game. 3, 2, 1,
go.
Alright, so this is where you can select your ships. As far as I can tell, they have absolutely... Yes, we're going 2-1. We have absolutely no bearing on the actual gameplay whatsoever. They just change the cosmetics of the actual ship.
But the skyrocket is epic, you have to
say. Pretty epic. Here you can select champions. You can have all but one, and I think at some point you're going to be able to unlock another one. And here, this is where you equip your ether, in inverted commas, abilities. I have mine set up right now, but essentially the game is... The whole theme is revolved around this ether setting, where it's like some kind of strange alien power that they found after the Victorian Age, and you can select these abilities. None of them are particularly interesting, honestly, and the game doesn't even tell you really how you even collect ether. It just happens to randomly do some kind of like magical electricity thing, and then you get ether, and it just charges up over time, and you can eventually use these abilities. So anyway, here we go. This is the game. It's not exactly a looker, is it?
No. I hope I can get Bloody Mary out soon, because she's OP.
Alright, so one of the first things you'll notice is you have to select a champion to spawn. You can spawn any of them on wherever you like. There are tiles that you can get your champions to step on. This one here will do damage to your own champion. This one will give you extra ether, and this one will heal up a champion. So I think the first thing you're going to notice when you look at this map is it's not exactly an incredibly designed map, is it? So there is almost zero complexity to this design. There is a complete lack of things you can do with it. So that's the first problem I have with the game. Second problem I have with the game is that it is hugely slow. Combat is massively slow paced, and because everything comes in turns, you can't actually really plan out and move very well, because it's going to just keep giving you... You have to keep taking it in turns to move one of your pieces. Okay, that's some of the problems we have with the game, but the next problem is probably the worst. So there is a complete lack of tactics to the game. Some heroes are blatantly overpowered, some heroes are blatantly underpowered, and...
Well, the most OP hero is Bloody Mary. You can just stand back and hit the ship.
Yeah, so the way you win is by destroying your opponent's ship. And you destroy your opponent's ship by just using one of these 3 abilities which every hero has. And you can... If you get the health of the enemy ship down to 0, you win. So, as you can imagine, since this is a sniper class, very long range, and almost the same health as the medium and long range guys, which is the bizarrest thing. So she can just sit at the back and just slowly do damage over time to their ship and eventually kill it. So that class is massively overpowered. Then you have this guy who has a knockback ability, so he can just knock a champion right off the edge of the map for no apparent reason. Blatantly overpowered. Okay, another problem we have with the game. The actual animation quality when you do a special move, when you charge one up, wait, I'll demonstrate now. The animation quality is beyond
No, don't do that
awful.
on me, Maze!
Look at this.
No!
It's one of the most hideous animations I've ever seen in my entire life. This entire game is just riddled with
You just killed your most OP hero.
That was a misclick, I did it by mistake. But the animation quality is absolutely dreadful. The map is really poorly designed, and the actual level of tactical combat to this is very low. There is almost none. The game seems to randomly decide how far you can move every single time. So one turn you'll be able to move a certain distance, and then another turn you'll be able to move another distance. And then sometimes it decides it wants to let you attack twice or move twice. Other times it just doesn't, which is just the bizarrest thing.
Actually, it does tell you.
Sometimes it really doesn't. So this time, look, for example, I could just move twice, which I really couldn't before. So I'm going to get this extra ether. And so this is the game, essentially. It is a very, very slow-paced, hex-based, tactical arena combat game.
Bloody Mary is OP!
Bloody Mary is OP. Essentially, another problem we have with the game is that the actual hero abilities themselves are just boring. They're all variations on do damage to X player, do damage to X, do damage to X other hero, do blah de blah de blah, just slightly different variations. So there's no interesting abilities whatsoever. I'm gonna move her over there for no reason, because there's no point strategizing. You might as well just move forever. There's literally no point in doing anything. So another problem that we have with the game is that it will allow you to have the same champions, which means that look at that. It's just colossal amount.
Yeah!
And I had no chance to move him out of the way because the game didn't let me choose which hero I was going to select. So the actual way that the game is designed is flawed, fundamentally flawed. And then back to the original point. So the actual champions themselves, you can fight the same champions, and so because they all have the same abilities and they just charge up the same amount over time, you don't end up just doing one after the other to other persons. So I'll take down 2 of her health, and then she'll take down 2 of my health, and then it'll just go backwards and forwards like that for the entire game. It's just not very well designed. I mean, look at that. Just hideous animations on this. Man, it is really bad. Alright, so I'm going to move my dude up here, and I'm just going to start him attacking this ship. Which is, it just makes the most sense. That's the strangest thing. All you need to do is just move your hero over to the enemy base, or ship, or whatever, and just start attacking it over and over again. And they've got nothing they can do. Alright, so we haven't talked about the ether abilities. So along here you have these 3 abilities which you selected, and you gain ether for no reason. You can stand on these things, and probably seen these like lightning chains that appear for no reason, and that will charge your ether bar. And if you have enough ether, you can actually use one of these abilities. I do, but it's not letting me. I guess you can't move one of your champions or do something with champion in. Oh well, never mind. Oh wow, oh wow. So I have a healing, just 5 direct damage, and removing all ether from an enemy opponent, which doesn't really do a lot. So I'm going to burn that dude.
This guy. No.
There's not even a death animation, for God's sake. Okay, another thing to mention is that the game absolutely freaks out whenever you try and alt-tab. We were alt-tabbing out to start at the recording, and it was just actually hard locking the computer. We actually had to turn it off after we'd alt-tabbed. So
like 5 times.
5 times in a row or something ridiculous like that.
And I got very hacked off.
It was very annoying. So
You keep getting.
Alright, I'm just gonna say the only thing that they could do to improve this game is make a new game. Yeah. The map itself is just dreadful. There is no complexity to it whatsoever. The actual champions, the design of them isn't bad. Like, the actual models are not absolutely terrible. There's some nice colour going on there, but just the way they're animated is it's hideous. And then, see the way the camera's clipping through people there? It is just not nice. The actual interface itself is really awkward. It just feels absolutely terrible. Like, the way when you first start, it just doesn't make any sense. It's all in your face, and you can't figure out where anything is. So I'm going to move her there, heal her up, and that is... Oh wait, I can attack the ship now, because Bloody Mary is overpowered.
This is unfair!
It's just ridiculous. Alright, so I guess we've got to spawn in a champion hopper.
Yay!
Okay, so this is an early access, as I've said. So if by any chance they completely polish up the animations, rework the map, maybe make 3 or 4 or 5 maps much bigger, because at the end of the day we've got so many great hex-based tactics games these days. We've got XCOM, Enemy Unknown, with the new expansion just coming out. We've got Scrolls, even if you're into deck building. You know, Civ 5, the new expansion just made it good. We have such good hex-based games coming out right now. There is absolutely no reason to pick this one up. It is laughably bad. It is shonky beyond all shonky. And giving your money to this would be an absolute disaster. You are not going to enjoy it whatsoever.
You just get bored and fed up, and then just
so
play
look,
a
I've
different
just
game.
been standing here with my heroes, just attacking the ship over and over again, and eventually I'm going to win. Unless Hopper can attack it over and over again faster!
I'm just trying to do damage to you.
Oh god. Oh man.
But it doesn't actually let you figure out where... Actually, wait. Oh no, I don't want that actually. What do I want?
Alright, so... this game is funny. It really shouldn't surprise you, because lo and behold, you go onto the Steam page and you'll find out something, won't you, Hopper? You'll find out that this game is going to be on mobile as well.
What?
And one of their top features, in inverted commas, on the actual page is that there'll be true cross-platform play.
Ha! Ha!
Oh wow.
Bloody Mary going down!
So this is going to be a game which
like last time.
will be on iPad and things like that. Which should not surprise you how bad this is.
You're gonna
Wait,
win.
I'm actually gonna win. Did I just win? I think yeah, I just won. So
No!
you can see the level of skill and tactics I had to put into this game.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of a very intense game of chess, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
All the levels of strategy.
I lost my sky bucket.
All the levels of strategy you can put into this game are absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh yeah.
So that about wraps up this video. Unless they rework the entire game, it is absolutely not worth putting your money into.
So just don't buy it at all.
On early access, they are charging £6 or your regional equivalent for this game. Just avoid it.
Don't buy it.
Avoid it like the plague. Alright, now it is time for our number ratings. I would give this one 3 punches at the ass. What would you give it?
I think 11 billion snake bites.
11 billion is the most to face. There you go, folks. That is our conclusion on the early access version of Arena Clash of Champions. It is the equivalent of 11 billion snake bites to the face or 3 punches to the ass. There we go. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you next time.